In the animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, New York City teen Miles Morales is 13 when he gets bit by a radioactive spider. Overnight, his body changes. Suddenly, his pants are too short. He sweats profusely when he talks to a new girl at school. His hands stick stubbornly to everything, including the girl's hair, and he's acutely aware that kids are whispering about him in the hallway. As Miles takes stock of his disconcerting new reality, he concludes, "It must be puberty." Who could blame the kid for confusing supernatural superpowers with puberty? Middle schoolers and superheroes have a lot in common. They both get catapulted out of a world they know and sent on a jarring and occasionally scarring journey. At the start of their travels, they're strangers to themselves and can feel as if their own bodies have betrayed them. It sounds a lot like middle school, and the turbulent times we're living in seem to require superhuman strength to endure. Conventional wisdom is that middle school will inevitably steal even the most confident child's mojo. And let's face it, the 21st century is a particularly difficult time in history to be parenting a middle schooler. Between ever-present technology, divisive politics, rising challenges to kids' mental health, and, while I was writing this book, a global pandemic as well as global instability in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Heck, sending a kid into middle school with all this can be enough to steal a confident parent's mojo, too. But it doesn't have to be that way. Actually, the tween years represent the perfect time to help kids leverage these setbacks, from the personal to the global, into resilience, teaching them the skills they'll need to adapt in a lifetime of constant change. I don't subscribe to the usual view of middle school as an inevitably difficult life stage. It may be known as the age of embarrassment, but it's the age of opportunity. If we get it right, family, caregivers, and educators can leverage the bumps and bruises of middle school to turn out kids who have even more confidence than when they started. Resilient kids who can roll with the punches and meet life's challenges knowing they'll come out okay on the other side. Before I share how you can do that, let's talk about what resilience is and what it is not. What is resilience? The term resilience has been so overused in recent years that many people either dismiss it as a trendy buzzword or don't understand what it means. It's not something you're born with, such as an ear for music or world languages. A child's ability to bounce back doesn't necessarily correlate with the severity of a challenge. Two children can experience the same loss or bullying incident very differently, depending on their skills, personal histories, and protective factors, such as their connections with others, positive role models or mentors, and the belief that they're capable of making a difference in the world. Being resilient also doesn't mean you never fall apart. It means you keep moving forward. Whether a child is socially snubbed, is caught cheating, flubs lines in a play, gets cut from a team, has to move to a new school, or gets called out for posting something mean on social media, it hurts, and it should. But they can actually come out in a better place. As psychologists Mary Alvord and Judy Grados explained in a review of the resilience literature, resilience is about developing a set of skills, attributes, and abilities that enable individuals to adapt to challenges and difficulties, and can be strengthened as well as learned. This is good news because while none of us has the power to shield our children from discomfort, we can help them recover and derive meaning from painful experiences. There's no right way to perceive a hardship, and there's also no one right way to cope, but that's the point. The hard stuff gives middle schoolers opportunities to figure out what works best for them in a given situation. Tweens need to not only be able to negotiate the highs, lows, and churn that characterize middle school, but also navigate growing up in such a tumultuous time.